the victory parade of Spotlight Band. And here's tonight's Spotlight roll call. Jack Teagarden.
Here.
The Jack Teagarden Spotlight Band.
Here.
The officers are men of Blythe Army Air Base, Blythe, California. And tonight's first Spotlight tune swinging on a Teagarden gate right about here.
Thank you, Army, and hello, everyone. This is Jack Teagarden. Yes, sir, the old spotlight is at full beam tonight because it's lighting up the runways and hangars of Blythe Army Air Base. And right now, we're ready for flight number 2 as Phyllis Lane takes over the control and heads up into the air with heavenly music.
I seem to hear heavenly music. Every time you're near, there's heavenly music. I look at you, and suddenly angel voices sing. Bells begin to ring as we soar higher and higher. Why is my heart blissfully swaying? Why do I hear violins playing? And if what I see in your eyes is true, then you hear heavenly music too. what I see in your eyes is true, then you hear heavenly music too.
When the spotlight's on refreshment, it's Coca-Cola. At home, in camp, and overseas, Coca-Cola stands for the pause that refreshes and for quality you can depend upon always. It's the Spotlight Daily Double, the Jack Teagarden Band and the Jack Teagarden voice. Nobody knows the trouble I've seen.
Nobody knows the trouble I've seen. Nobody knows my sorrow. Oh, nobody knows the trouble I've seen. Oh, glory, hallelujah. Sometimes I'm up and sometimes I'm down. Oh, glory, hallelujah. Sometimes I'm almost dragging the ground. Oh, glory, hallelujah. Nobody knows the trouble I've seen. Nobody knows my sorrow. Oh, nobody knows the trouble I've seen. Oh, glory, hallelujah. The trouble I've seen. Nobody knows my sorrow. Nobody knows the trouble I've seen. Oh, glory, hallelujah.
The Victory Parade of Spotlight Bands marches in review for our fighting sons of freedom. Yes, sir, 6 nights a week, it's at their command. And tonight, the Flyers at Blythe Army Air Base are giving the orders. Okay, men, what shall it be? Well, all right, here 'tis. Rhythm hymn. Without knowing a word of Eskimo or French or Arabic, our fighting men in uniform are making new friends around the globe and making them easily. Times without number, it's Coca-Cola that does the introducing. Have a Coke, says the American soldier. And in those three simple words, he has really said, "Greetings, stranger," in a language understood from Alaska to Australia. In more than 35 allied and neutral countries, where it's bottled right on the spot, ice-cold Coca-Cola brings refreshment to Americans, helps them make new friends. Blythe Army Air Base, that spells defeat for the Axis. But people will say we're in love spells romance for the Army. And here's Phyllis Lane to do it.
Throw bouquets at me. Don't please my folks too much. Don't laugh at my jokes too much. People will say we're in love. Don't sigh. Sighs are so like mine. Your eyes mustn't glow like mine. People will say we're in love. Don't start collecting things. Give me my rose. Sweetheart, they're suspecting things. People will say we're in love. Oh, don't start collecting things. Give me my rose and my glove. Sweetheart, they're suspecting things. People will say we're in
love. Your order, please. A Spotlight special? Well, coming right up. It's really done to a T by Mr. T. Yes, sir, it's the big gate himself with "Baby, won't you please come home?"
Oh, baby, won't you please come home? 'Cause you left me all alone. I have tried in vain evermore to call your name. Oh, baby, why did we part? And I pray no more we'll ever part. Every hour of the day, you can hear me say, "Baby, won't you please come home? Come on home. Baby, won't you please come home?"
spotlight points with pride to the officers, the men, and the WACs of the United States Army Air Base, Blythe, California. For today and every day until victory is gained and peace is sure, these Kiwis are strengthening their wings so they may fly to Berlin and Tokyo bearing tons of destruction. In this great nest of the American eagle, they're learning to fly under actual combat conditions. Before the broadcast out here at Blythe Army Air Base, the spotlight shone on music for dancing. But right now, the Teagarden crew really takes off for some instrument flying on Fort Knox Jump. Jack Teagarden signs his musical signature on the Coca-Cola at number 353 for the victory parade of spotlight bands. And we march 451,735 spotlight miles. And remember, whoever you are, whatever you do, wherever you may be, when you think of refreshment, think of Coca-Cola. For ice-cold Coca-Cola makes any pause the pause that refreshes. This broadcast is sponsored for the entertainment of personnel. And since the War Department does not endorse any product, is not intended as an endorsement. And now, this is Jackson Wheeler saying that tomorrow night we'll be at the Consolidated Steel and Shipbuilding Corporation, Orange, Texas, with music by Herbie Kay and saying, see you then for the Coca-Cola Company. Good night.